Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Shofi Show. It's December 29th, 2006. A couple days left in this year, and we'll be in a whole new year. I certainly hope that 2007 is a great year for everybody watching, and I hope that our country and the world has a much better year than we've had this past year. Well, I want to start right off today by talking about some things that are in the news. In fact, that's today's show about. It's a news day. And the hot topic has got to be everywhere in this country, at least tech-wise, has got to be Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is in the news today, and he's being investigated by the Securities Exchange Commission for possibly accepting some stocks under a I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I don't want to make some comments that are inaccurate, but he's being investigated in that manner. Now, I saw on the Today Show that most people that buying Apple-related equipment would still do so whether Steve Jobs is indicted for problems or not, and I would understand that assumption, but nonetheless, the fact that a high-profile businessman like Jobs might be involved in some irregular stock purchasing, if you will, reminds you of someone else, don't it? A chef of some kind? Yes. That happened with her too, or Miss Stewart, if I recall. I guess all that money just everybody gets itchy when they see that potential, and they can't keep their hands off. I was once told that there's a group of people that cannot keep their hands off money when it's there to be had. And gosh, isn't that something? Steve Jobs. Anyhow, let's move right along because we don't want to go too long on this, on any of these subjects. As everyone knows, Gerald Ford recently passed away, former President of the United States, filled in for Richard Nixon, was not reelected, but nonetheless a very popular man, and gave a interview to Washington Post reporter Bob Woodward. Everyone knows Bob Woodward, and of course he gained his fame from the Nixon tapes, and Bob Woodward just loves to jump on things whenever he's got the opportunity, and Ford gave him this interview on his views of whether or not the Iraq War should have started, and of course under the agreement that the interview would not be published until Ford's death. Well, boy, oh boy, what do you think? The day Ford is dead, Woodward's out there telling everybody, telling the world, and the man's not even in the ground yet, and the word is spread around the world that Gerald Ford, a very popular president of the United States, former president, was against the war in Iraq. And old Bob Woodward just cannot wait to get his hands on the money, if you will. I saw he was on the Today Show being interviewed, and that's what the man wanted, and he's getting it right now. Another thing in the news right now, and everybody knows about it by the time they see this on the web, Saddam Hussein might be gone. He might be gone from this earth. He is scheduled to hang and potentially be hanged by the end of this weekend, if not the beginning of this weekend. And he's a former dictator of Iraq, and he's been charged and convicted of killing over 100 and some innocent men and boys, and he should be put to death, and very quick. I've always been of the opinion when he was found in that hole in the ground that he was hiding, the chicken shit, somebody should have put a bullet in his head right then and there, just in case he somehow eluded capture or eluded justice, and who knows what could happen. But anyhow, he's scheduled to die, and that's a good thing. So after that, who knows what's going to happen in Iraq. I certainly hope for the best for all the countries involved, our country, our men and women that are over there, and everybody involved. Okay, that's the Shofi Show for today. I hope everybody had a good time, and I'll be putting together another one real soon. I'm playing it by ear. As something comes along, I put it up. I put things up that I find that I think are worth looking at, and I put things up that I make. So it's a variety show, and hope you enjoy it, and keep coming back and looking for more. Bye for now.